program is proudly presented by the Ministry of Communications and Informatics Republik Indonesia in collaboration with Telin. And we live also at the YouTube of Telin. And we have two great speakers this lovely afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, Marketing VP Telin, Mr. Dewantoro Bimo. And the second speaker will be CE Sales VP Telin, Mr. Alit Atmaja. And please, big applause for two great speakers. And we start from Mr. Dewantoro Bimo. Floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Pak Paul. Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for attending this event. First of all, I would like to say hello to everyone who attend in person here in this wonderful, beautiful city in Dubai. And also in the wonderful place of the wonderful Indonesia at the Pavilion Indonesia of 2020 Expo Dubai. And also I want to say hello to everyone who attend online to our YouTube channel, Telin's YouTube channel. So I hope everyone have a blessed health and happiness in this new year. And also I'm wishing to all the best for you and get a year ahead in 2022. So my name is Dewantoro Bimo. I am Marketing and Business Intelligence Vice President of Telin, Telkom Indonesia International. So I would like to say thank you also to the Ministry of Communication and Informatics of the Republic of Indonesia, and also Telkom Indonesia, who giving us the opportunity to give insight and share about Telin in this exciting event. So today, in this session, I and my colleague Alit will discuss and share about Telin, our Telin global resource to accelerate your digital expansion worldwide. So maybe in the first session, I will share about the Telin global resource and capabilities, and a bit detail about the product and solution that we have will be shared by Alit. Okay, so can we move to our presentation? Okay, thank you. So before I jump to the detail about the Telin product and solution or global resources, I will share a bit about the next about the Indonesia facts and figures, as Indonesia has a lot of potential toward the digital economy. So connectivity is at the heart of our vision and mission in Telin to keep all Indonesian or worldwide to keep bringing people online. So as our home country, Indonesia has 270 million people, and we have the big archipelago in this with 5 big islands, and also rank in 7 in GDP. In terms of digital economy, we have a strong and very large of mobile subscriber with 365 million mobile subscribers, and also 150 internet users. And as the pandemic situation happened in 2020, we see that internet traffic is rise by almost 60% in Indonesia. And Telin, as the global connectivity provider in Indonesia, manages almost 70% of this internet capacity to bring more people online in this situation. So we at Telin have responsibility to keep our people in Indonesia keep maintaining them online in remote working situation and also in a school from home situation, keeping them online, and we will keep maintain this connectivity as our global connectivity provider in Indonesia. Okay, next. So I would like to give a brief about Telin. So Telin is a subsidiary of Telkom Indonesia, as the largest telco operator in Indonesia, and Telin is the international arm of Telkom Indonesia. And we focus on our business in telecommunication and information industry. So we focus in a broad business line in worldwide. So in 2021, we carry almost 12 terabits of global internet traffic from our huge eyeballs in Indonesia. We have a huge eyeball from our mobile subscriber and also fixed broadband. So we carry almost 12 terabytes of global internet traffic. So this has bring Telin as the rank number 2nd in the world for peering base. In terms of customer base, we have a ranging of customer base in global wholesale, enterprise, and also digital technology customers. And we also have a strong customer retail base in through our subsidiaries in Timor-Leste. We have Telkom brand in Timor-Leste, and also we have mobile virtual network operator in Hong Kong and also Taiwan. We also have customer base in digital retail app in Malaysia and Taiwan. So we have a strong customer base in wholesale, enterprise, and also in retail. And after this, we will show you about the video of our company profile that maybe can give you a clear information about Telin in this video. Okay.
The changing environment is massive, especially in the telecommunication business, where the competition isn't just around the corner, it's across the globe. It's a little-known fact that Indonesia is the 3rd largest market for digital adoption in the world. 50% of Indonesia's 265 million strong population are on the internet, averaging 8 hours and 51 minutes online per day. People are longing for vast, seamless, and global communications. PT Telekomunikasi Indonesia International, or Telin, a subsidiary of PT Telekomunikasi Indonesia, TBK, or Telkom, exists to provide the communication needs of the global society, with 6 product and service portfolios that surround our business: voice, data connectivity, internet and content, mobility, enterprise service, and other solutions. Backed by the ownership global offices in Indonesia, Singapore, Hong Kong, Timor-Leste, Australia, Malaysia, Taiwan, USA, Myanmar. Supported point of presence and submarine cable systems around the world. Nothing could express our appreciation to all stakeholders for the recognitions given to us along this journey. These commitments of Telin in global telecommunication is nothing but to commemorate the needs of high-quality services that have touched people's lives in social relationships, cultural and economic impacts. And therefore, through this spirit, we present to you Telin. Accelerate your digital expansion in Asia Pacific.
Okay, next. So we currently have around 500 of people in Telin worldwide who runs the business of Telin. And right now we are led by our young leader in our board of directors. We have 4 board of directors. First is Pak Budi Satria as our CEO, Pak Doni as our Chief Finance and Business Support, and also Risk Management Officer, and also Pak Nanang Hendarno as of Chief Technology Officer, and Pak Karisma as our Chief Commercial Officer. Next. So we have established the 10 global office right now across Asia, Australia, Middle East, and USA. We have strong presence in Asia Pacific mainly, in Indonesia, Singapore, Hong Kong, Timor-Leste, Australia, Malaysia, USA, Taiwan, New Zealand, and also Myanmar.
Bimo, if I may interrupt you, I mean, we understand that Telin currently has this presence in a couple of countries. Do you think that in 2022, I mean, after more than 2 years that we've been halted by the pandemic, is there any aspiration or vision of Telin that probably will expand to more countries or region?
Okay, thank you, Alit. So maybe in 2022, in this year, will be our milestone of our next global expansion. We have identified the region-based and also new countries and new cities as our next global expansion. We will see in this year, maybe starting in this Q1 of 2022, we will expand to some new region, and that representative by our new, I don't know, maybe representative or office in new region.
Okay, I think this is a very valuable information to the audience. I think we are looking forward for this kind of thing to be executed. Thank you.
Okay, back to the slide presentation, please. Okay, for a product or the portfolio, we group our product and portfolio into the 6 group of products. That this is to shoot our customer base segment, that we serve our customer into wholesale, enterprise, digital player, and also retail. So we provide the voice product as our voice global voice hubbing to serve the international voice communication, and also we serve the internet and content. That the product is global internet service, data center, and also CDN service. And for next is data connectivity. We provide the global submarine cable, PVPN, global and domestic internet, satellite service, and also cloud exchange. In the grouping of enterprise service, we provide Rombi, New Epic as our communication platform as a service, or CPaaS. And also Go Presence, global internet security, Sd-Wan. And the next is mobility as our global messaging hub for A2P and P2P SMS, IPX network, Wi-Fi roaming, New Epics, and also our new connectivity marketplace. We call it as new traffic. And the other solution is our mobile service, mobile network operator, and that we established in Timor-Leste with brand Telkom, and also MVNO in Hong Kong and Taiwan. And also we already have presence also in Australia by serving business process outsourcing. Okay, next. So I want to bring you this new portal of customer portal in our website, because we have a worldwide of resources, global resources map, that and our resources capabilities is dynamically changed. So we have developed an interactive customer portal to give you or the Telin website visitor or Telin customer to explore our product solution and also our capabilities. So you can go to this link, resources.telin.net, or you can simply scan QR code here to go to the resources.telin.net.
So it's going to be very convenient to visit by just scanning the QR. One question here is an interesting portal that we have here. So for a preview to the audience or whoever want to visit these resources address later on, what kind of information that actually can be acquired from this portal, if you may share? Thanks.
Okay, Alit. So once you can go to this website, you can explore our global office location. Right now we have 10 location, and you can see our address of a global office. And also you can explore our point of presence. We have 58 point of presence or POP in worldwide. So you can also explore our POP location. And also the important thing is we also have the submarine cable system that you can explore which one that suit to your needs and needs for your connectivity resources. And also if you need to interest in our product and solution, you can simply ask for quote to.
So by saying that, visitor actually can not only understanding where are the capacity or the infrastructures laid by this information, so the visitor can actually request for quotation.
Yes, correct. So we will make our visitor convenient to explore our product and service. So visitor can click maybe some capacity that we sell here, and they can ask for quote that will be forwarded to our sales team or marketing team.
Excellent.
Okay, we next to our cable system. We have connected a cable system worldwide with connect east to west by around 207,000 kilometers worldwide. If we can say it's around 5 times of Earth circumference. So our cable system is connected to America and Southeast Asia and also Europe and also Middle East. So this is how we give the strong connectivity to our customer. And Telin is only the carrier that provide the direct route between America, Southeast Asia, Middle East, and Europe, that avoiding the earthquake zone in South China and also Japan. So also we are developing, we have consortium with Facebook that we call it Bifrost, that we expected ready for service in next couple of years. That is the first route of cable system that connects Singapore to America via Indonesia. So this is our effort to give our dream and vision to make Indonesia as global digital hub. So we make Indonesia as the center of this connectivity in worldwide. After this, I have a video of about our submarine cable system. I can say this is a beautiful video because we deliver this video with a simple ways to understand what is the cable system, what is submarine cable system to general people. Okay, please.
How does connectivity work? People think that connectivity is in the cloud, but it's not. It's in the ocean. Over 90% of global communication data traffic is carried between continents by submarine cables. These cables are the backbone of the internet. In recent years, many new submarine cables have been built all over the world in order to meet the exploding demand for digital connectivity and services. As more people rely on connectivity for their routine activities, businesses too have responded by adopting digital technology to meet consumers' demands. Hello, I'm Brianna from Telin, and today I'm going to take you on a tour to your favorite destinations all over the world. Through digital connectivity supported by our vast submarine cable network, you can expect a seamless journey and stay connected as we jump from point to point. Submarine cables play a critical role in ensuring connectivity all over the globe, as 99% of all transoceanic data traffic routing through them. Let's see how Telin and Indonesia contribute to maintaining global connectivity to and from Indonesia. As the world's largest archipelago, Indonesia poses a major challenge for the deployment of submarine cables and connectivity in general. Telin, as a subsidiary of Telkom Group, Indonesia's largest telecommunication provider, is proud to say that we have risen to the challenge. Telin's backbone supports the ecosystem of OTT and cloud providers in trying to reach Indonesia's 250 million internet users, the largest in Southeast Asia. Telin's infrastructure is crucial for the acceleration of startups, products, and services, thereby unlocking the power of Indonesia's digital transformation. Since Telin's infrastructure provides superhighways to other parts of the world, where would you like to go? Say you want to travel from Los Angeles, USA to Indonesia. You can use Telin's IGG-CUS submarine cable. The CUS is the first submarine cable that routes through the South Pacific Ocean, running from Los Angeles, Hawaii, Guam, Philippines, to Indonesia. This unique alternate route avoids earthquake-prone zones like the South China Sea, Luzon Strait, and Japan, offering a reliable, low-risk, and speedy connection. Here are some of the many advantages of the IGG-CUS route. Going from Hong Kong to Indonesia via Singapore, why don't you take our Southeast Asia-Japan submarine cable? The SJC2 submarine cable system spans 10,500 kilometers, connecting 11 cable landing stations in Japan, Korea, mainland China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, and Singapore. Wasn't that fun? You can see that Telin's submarine cables are essential as next-generation technologies emerge and mature. With its submarine cables that span 270,260 kilometers, or the equivalent of going around the Earth 5 times, Telin makes possible state-of-the-art technology such as distant surgery and distant learning, to name a few. Now that we have come to an end, I hope you have enjoyed your journey on Telin's submarine cable network. Don't worry, we'll be back soon with more.
Okay, thank you. So we next to our point of presence. So as I mentioned before, we have 58 point of presence in worldwide. So aside from, we have established our global office in 10 global office worldwide. We have presence in 58 point of presence worldwide to deliver our service. Also, we have already presence in Europe and Asia and also America. Okay, next. Okay, so customer experience is our objective or main objective to bring superior customer experience. So why I put this slide in this session to show you how we do it in Telin to bring the best customer experience to our customer. So the first is we build a map of a customer journey first. This is to identify the journey of our customer when the first interaction with Telin until they get support from us, from Telin. So the journey begins with explore journey. This is where all the information from our website, social media, all in the first interaction between customer and also Telin. And the next is evaluate. This is when customer have the interaction with our sales team to explore more about our products and service. And the next step is activate. This is when customer have a deal with our sales team and our Telin team, and we deliver our services to customer. And once the service is delivered to our customer, the pace is use journey. So we monitor and evaluate how is our service to our customer. And the next phase is pay. This is all related to the billing and payment from customer to Telin. And the last is the get support stage. This is simply the complaint handling or ticketing phase in customer. So basically, in every stage of journey, we listen to customer. We listen to customer in each journey, from explore, evaluate, activate, use, and pay. And we synthesize and every voice of customer, and we analyze the problem and pain points from our customer. And this analysis of pain points will be our resource to act on product, service, and process improvement. Until now, we have some innovation in product or service, and also process improvement, and also we deliver new product or service to compensate the problem pain point of customer.
Okay, Bimo, just to give further understanding to the audience that able to attend the session directly, before I think I want to greet our distinguished guests that able to join, and also some investors, business owners, and also of course audience that also joining through the digital platform. So by explaining regarding customer experience, the key questions or immediate question that actually raise up by having multiple presence in multiple countries. Let's say, for example, if a customer is seated in South Korea. So if we are a company that's subscribing to Telin service, name it data centers, or it could be a submarine cable, how actually we submit, let's say, for example, if we need to submit a complaint or we need a support, I mean, do we need to address to a specific offices, or how it will work?
Yes, basically, we identify our customer as Telin customer, not our base or our presence in some countries. So the complaint or the response from our customer in Singapore or Hong Kong or Timor-Leste is will be identified as Telin group response and a voice of customer. So we don't distinguish this feedback or response as the specific customer. So every customer can contact us to our we call it WHOCC or NOC. We have a call center here, and also they can contact our website or our social media, and they will treat as the one Telin customer.
Okay, thank you. Basically, there is one single point of contact that actually can be reached out by Telin's customers.
Yes,
so
correct.
Regardless wherever their location or countries.
Correct.
Interesting.
Good.
So okay.
Okay.
I think still have one slide.
Okay. So based on how we deliver the superior customer experience, we recognize by some respected events and institutions in several couple last year. And lastly, in 2022 and also 2021, we received the Asia Regional Operator and also Best Innovative Value Service Provider from Career Community Global Awards in Berlin. And also we also received from Asia Communication Award and from PTC, I think we have also received. So this is how the award and achievement is. We will keep and maintain the award and achievement in this year in 2022, because this is how we measure and calibrate our service to our customer. So if we receive this recognition, we believe that we have a global standard compared to the other global operators. Okay, next. Okay, finally, let's stay connected with Telin. So we have several digital media channel here from website. You can simply scan our QR code here to go to www.telin.net. And also you can simply the QR code for WhatsApp business. You can give interaction with our chatbot. We call it as a Brianna to this number. And you can explore our product, service, and also you can ask for some quote or some question to our through our WhatsApp business. And also we have a digital presence also in social media, in Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and also YouTube. And also we have a live chat feature in our website of Telin. So you can go to our website at Telin and have a chat with Brianna here. And if you need more question or you need more question about the Telin and product service, we can bring you to our sales team or marketing sales team. Next. Okay, thank you. That's maybe my presentation. Stay safe and stay healthy, everyone.
Okay, thank you, Bimo. So that was the first session, actually telling about what is Telin capabilities, what is Telin resource. So I think the next will be, we try to go deep dive on every details, every product and services that are owned by Telin. I think we can start. Please bring the slides to the screen. Okay, so Telin solution to accelerate your digital expansion. So by saying this, actually, Telin is ready to enable your business. Before in the video mentioned that the expansion in Asia Pacific, but now we are proudly can support you, I think, beyond that, because we already have our presence in United States already. So from this slide, the main or the easily product, as we mentioned earlier, that recognize or associate with Telin is actually our submarine cables. As mentioned before already by Bimo, we have, compared to the circumference of the Earth, actually the length of the cable that Telin invested already 5 times. Imagine if you travel around the globe, it requires you 5 times of the cable that Telin owns. So here we pick some cable to be highlighted here. We have our IGG Singapore segment, which is ready by last year, mid of last year. So this will enable any businesses or probably carriers that want to bring their capabilities or services to address or to grab Indonesia's potential market. As mentioned by Bimo earlier, we or Indonesia have a huge eyeballs. So this IGG Singapore segment will be connected directly to major cities in Indonesia, namely Jakarta, Surabaya, and also Manado. Here in Manado, we also have our second gateway, actually connecting Indonesia to the world. And then we have SGC2. Before, we already have the video explaining The SGC2 is actually connecting Singapore directly to Hong Kong, Japan, and also this will be able to provide better latency and also more capacity. This is expected to be ready by next year. So in 2023, we will have the SGC2 ready for services. And of course, the one that actually been highlighted just now is Bifrost. I think some of you probably familiar with what Bifrost is actually, the gate. If you're familiar with Marvel movies, Asgard, so the Bifrost is actually the bridge connecting to realm or world. So Bifrost is actually a consortium joined by Telin, working closely with Facebook and also Apple. This will provide the highest capacity that actually crossing the Ocean Pacific. This is connecting Jakarta directly to the United States through a Celebes Island. And in the later slide, we'll provide more information regarding this Bifrost, which is expected to be ready by 2024. So after HGC2, we will have Bifrost ready, and the pre-sale session is actually already been taking place. Some carriers and partners actually doing approach and also sign agreement to use this capacity even before this capacity is ready for service. So be ready that in 2024, this capacity might be already been sold out before the capacity itself is ready. So Bifrost is actually a breakthrough that can provide lower latency that connecting directly to the other side of the world. If we measure from Singapore, connecting Singapore and Jakarta directly to US via Celebes Island. They also will land it crossing the Ocean Pacific. And the capacity that used for this cable is actually 12 pair SDM. And by having this, what is expected actually by with this cable system? Of course, disconnecting through other side of the world and also providing more competitive pricing, bigger capacity, and of course, resilience to any stakeholders that are actually interested, bringing services and also providing any kind of service to the world. So this will provide a critical pass-through from Asia, namely in Singapore, which is directly to the US. Next, so by having those information, I think we will provide some video to give more understanding about this.
Traveling from Europe to Indonesia with a starting point from Marseille or Palermo? Easy. You can simply jump on the SeaMe 5 submarine cable route. This cable, which delivers up to 36 Tbps of capacity using 300 Gbps technology, links 15 countries, namely France, Italy, Turkey, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Djibouti, Oman, Qatar, the UAE, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Malaysia, Singapore, and Indonesia.
Okay. So that one is the other cable system that we already invested, since we are now in Dubai, that actually to the other side of the world, we have in place already SeaMe 5, but our next big project is actually Bifrost connecting to the other side of the world. So next following product or solution that provided by Telin, other than submarine cable, is actually the location where those cables connected. Logically, it's a place, secure place with supporting facilities and everything. So this is what we call data centers. Telin itself, as part of Telkom Group, we own 26 data centers in Indonesia and overseas. So it consists of this location outside Indonesia, 5 locations, which is neutral carrier data centers. What is neutral carrier data centers actually mean? So we are not limiting to any carrier that can connect. So like in Singapore, up to now, we have built and operate 3 data centers. We simply call it Telin 1, Telin 2, and Telin 3. And of course, these data centers in Singapore actually almost ran out of capacity. And then we also have our neutral data centers in Hong Kong, which is situated in iTech Tower 2. So in Hong Kong, which is also critical connecting Singapore to the rest of the world, the Hong Kong play important role. So this will also provide access to mainland China or vice versa when the content from China can be brought to Indonesian market. And then we also have our data centers in Timor-Leste. Used to be part of Indonesia, now Timor-Leste as a sovereign country has its own government and also part of a Portuguese-speaking language, which is closely working with Pacific countries. So Telin has built data centers in Timor-Leste, which is situated in Dili. And also this will provide access if any of carriers or enterprise want to access Pacific, which is also situated closely to Australia. And then in Indonesia, we have Telkom Sigma operate our data center in Serpong, Sentul, and also Surabaya, as we mentioned earlier. And also 14 other locations, which is all is neutral carrier data centers. Things here that we have been learned that the more in capacity, the more in spaces, but still not able to fulfill the growth of the content and also global players that more and more hungry for the capacity. That's why Telin bringing the next capability of data centers. We are in the progress building our hyperscale data centers, which is we proudly done the topping off in mid of last year, which is 9th of June. So this data center is still ongoing progress, but it's already been currently top up. So I think it will be ready anytime soon. So Indonesia is ready for bringing more contents, bigger player or hyperscalers to bring their infrastructures to Telkom's hyperscale data centers, which is located in Tikarang, Indonesia. We provide and we design all these data centers with seamless connectivity, means that you can choose any location with a seamless connectivity that will guarantee you to provide lower latency and better experience to the end users or eyeball that you aim to serve. Because we understand, as for Indonesia, as example, we have eastern part, also western part of Indonesia, currently mainly flock in Batam or Singapore, but now we also have Manado, which is an interesting area to be explored because the more customers growing in the east side of Indonesia, especially for Indonesia that in progress also moving the capital city to Palangkaraya. I'm sorry, to Kalimantan. I think this will be a good value proposition because it will not only be centered in Jakarta. So Manado is something to be looked at as not only as a second gateway, but also a strategic location to be investing. Next, we have the Tikarang data center as a hyperscale data center. So in detail, what can be understand of this hyperscale data center? It is located in a 65,000 square meters area, and it has the capabilities with dual, almost everything, dual routes, dual power supply, and also been arranged for a highest possible for the HSE, health, and also ensuring the security and the environment. This HDC is actually built with the concept of eco. ECO, which stands for Evolve, Connected, and Origin. This actually represents the spirit of Telkom in order to improve efficiency and effectivity of productivity that want to be achieved by building this hyperscale data center, which is located in Tikarang. So the capacity that promised by Newcentric HDC in Tikarang is actually has a 16 megawatt IT load per campus. And as mentioned earlier, it has dual feed source of the electricity and also different route for the cable. And of course, it is directly connected to the C cable, which bring the benefit of having lowest possible latency because it's directly connected to the C subsea cable that bringing any content that located or placed in this HDC. And also, other than that, it is configured with redundant power supply that also will ensure the HSE mentioned, because currently we are not only providing the most advanced technology, but we all also very highly consider regarding HSE for providing these HDC capabilities. Here's some video.
Having the right data center for your company is like having a strong core for your body. A strong core helps the muscles in your body to work together and allows your body to stabilize and function properly. So does a data center as the core of an enterprise's business applications and critical data safe haven. And as digital technology advances, more enterprises realize how vital data centers are, and they start to rely and demand more from them. As the fourth most populous country, Indonesia is a home to more than 270 million people. With over 50% internet penetration in 2020, Indonesia offers a massive potential growth in internet usage over the next decade. The effect of the pandemic has turbocharged millennials' consumption in accessing video streaming, gaming, distant learning, and collaboration.
Indonesia has reached the highest e-commerce and digital transformation growth globally, with its 355 million mobile subscribers and 150 million internet users achieving 133% and 56% penetration respectively. This is why global OTT and enterprise need to expand confidently by partaking in the long runway of OTT media space growth in Indonesia's market.
As digital and data-heavy activities spike around the world due to the global pandemic, data centers come off as the solution to meet the surge in demands for e-learning, remote working, binge watching, and other internet activities. It is essential for OTT media service providers to select the right data centers in Indonesia, not only on the basis of capacity, but also on their ability to implement their data center market, catering to both retail and hyperscale demands. To meet the needs of Indonesian media consumers, integrated co-location strategy combined with strong network presence and low latency architecture is crucial for OTT providers. In doing so, it will strengthen their access to OTT media customers, or eyeballs, in one of the world's most rapidly growing OTT media markets. Telin, as the international arm of Telkom, operates more than 24 Tier 2 to Tier 4 carrier-neutral data centers in Singapore, Hong Kong, Timor-Leste, and Indonesia, all of which are connected by seamless submarine cable connectivity. To accelerate the digital expansion in the Asian Pacific, Telin continues to become the hub for all telco, IT, and digital activities in the Asian Pacific and beyond, so that it can add to as a connected and ecosystem enabler. So where are all these data centers located? To accelerate your digital business in the Asian Pacific, Telkom Group data centers are available in 4 major countries, spanning in 16 locations in Indonesian major cities such as Medan, Batam, Pekanbaru, Jakarta, Bandung, Semarang, Yogyakarta, Surabaya, Denpasar, Banjarmasin, Balikpapan, Manado, and Makassar. Aside from Indonesia, our data centers are also located in Timor-Leste, Singapore, and Hong Kong, ready to serve you with seamless connectivity. Telin's data centers offer comprehensive product solutions for your core data storage, co-location, caging, Private Suite, Cross Connect, Telin Cloud Exchange, or TCX, Remote Hands, Business Continuity Planning Office and Work Seat, Bus Storage Room. With Telin Data Center, you will benefit from the following:
Access to all Indonesian eyeballs with 70% reside in our on-net network.
seamless global to global, global to domestic, and domestic to domestic connection. Carrier neutral data center, high availability with up to 100% SLA power availability, and global standard ISO certifications. Let Telin be your data center solutions to store your core data. We'll be here for you around the clock to assist you.
So by mentioning earlier that the data centers is actually now being so popular, like everyone want to place their infrastructures or their contents to any data centers that actually have access to more and more customers or eyeballs. In this case, Indonesia is the fourth most populous country in the world. So by having that, of course, is inevitable that global players, before mentioned name, OTT is actually so interested to access Indonesia. But aside of OTT, there's actually also infrastructure player. Earlier mentioned that other than data centers, we have TCX. What is TCX actually? So later on, we will explore or provide you more detail on TCX. But now we are starting from the edge of the connectivity. So we're starting from customer side. Currently, more and more, as we mentioned earlier, we are not only providing a submarine cable, but also on top of that, for enterprises, we're actually providing options to use services on top of those submarine cables. We can provide IP VPN, IPLC, and so forth. But now the growing requirements or needs that actually drive the technology to provide alternative, since IPLC or IP VPN will cost customers with more money rather than public connectivity, there is an equilibrium that finally, if a customer can experience the quality of IP VPN, but of course with more competitive pricing, then now we have a software-defined wide area network. So what is actually Sd-Wan? So Telin also has these capabilities. We are partnering with major or in the quadrant, Gartner Magic Quadrant, we are partnering with the leader. So basically, Sd-Wan is actually a software defined. It is then using appliance that will place in customer premises, which is then orchestrated. So Telin will take the role to orchestrate this connectivity. So what is the benefit of having the Sd-Wan? In early stage, actually having IP VPN is a must, especially when we have network or latency sensitive application named SAP or some other application, especially in finance. And then with the increased quality of public connectivity or internet and a more affordable price that over by internet, so the industry now shifting the solution that actually preferred and accepted by industry. And of course, enterprises here embrace the solution, which is combining private connectivity and also other options like dedicated internet, which is providing or cost even lower than dedicated IP VPN. And there's also an option to combine with mobile connectivity, can be 4G or 5G. So by having SD-WAN in your premises, so it will manage those options that you have. Probably you can spare a certain amount of money to support or to expense for your IP VPN, but then you can combine with some dedicated internet access. And if the mobile internet is also actually an option, that can be combined with this appliance on your side. So by having this multiple connectivity on your side, SD-WAN technology will orchestrate this option, which is software defined to select the best quality in a certain time. So when you have your application and transmit data, it's actually this appliance select the best possible option, whether it's go through the IP VPN or MPLS, and could be also sent over the public internet. It will depend on the situation. And then by having SD-WAN, actually the next level of the wide area network is actually if you have your infrastructures now embracing cloud technology. Imagine that you have business, your infrastructure is not physically located on your side. Probably now more and more actually business or probably startup actually take the leads of using cloud infrastructures. You can easily buy your storage, server or compute capabilities, and then you can upgrade your memory. So this SD-WAN technology that is provided by Telin is actually cloud ready, can be connect to major cloud provider. We understand that we have GCP, AWS, Azure, and also Alibaba Cloud. And Telin itself in Indonesia is having a cloud exchange that connect directly to the presence of these major cloud provider. Currently, we have our infrastructure in Sd-Wan. So basically, if your company, your business having or using these services from these 4 major cloud service provider, you can either choose to have public connection over internet. But if your application or your company decided to have a more dedicated connection, then you can have a direct connect. And then through this Telin Cloud Exchange, actually, you can have a better connection directly connected to these cloud providers. And then with combine the SD-WAN, it will provide orchestration actually. Probably currently your old topology will have some IP VPN, local loop, and then some of your infrastructure is actually placed in cloud. And at the end, some of your application or requirement will need a direct connection. So here, TCX and SD-WAN will take an important role to maximize the capabilities that can be used, but at the same time will help your company to choose the best affordable resources. So SD-WAN and TCX is actually a killer combination to get the best of connectivity possible, but in an affordable price for company. So make sure if you have a future expansion to have consideration over SD-WAN, and if your company have a roadmap to embrace more and more cloud services, then SD-WAN and also TCX will be an optimal option for you to be added to your current network topology. So what is actually Telin provided? Before we have explained regarding the SD-WAN, now in detail, we have TCX. As mentioned earlier, we are partnering with major cloud service provider, namely we have GCP, we have AWS, we have Azure, and also we have Alibaba Cloud. As mentioned earlier, the Sd-Wan is already serving a couple of our customers. that choose to have a direct connection from their business entities, offices, to connect directly to the cloud provider itself. So think about that initially, probably some enterprises or probably your customers will easily subscribe to cloud service provider through public internet, probably to fixed broadband, ADSL, if there's some. But the more they understand that the requirement of the application actually increase, then that is the time to consider to switch over to a more or a better quality with a lower latency. That's how we understand when end user or customer decided to switch from public internet to a direct connect. And then Telin is ready to serve you. And currently we are serving a couple of startup and businesses that actually ranging from financial and also some education technology that having or using this TCX in Indonesia especially. Next, of course, we understand that having all those connectivity, having all those performance that measure, one thing that actually been shared or concern raised is actually regarding security. So Telin, by having all those foundation infrastructures now playing critical role in not only bringing the eyeballs closer to the content providers, but also measuring the security. I mean, we are not only bringing you closer, but we ensure that you are not being a target of any malicious actors that actually, of course, aiming to any credentials, any data leakage that is possible happening. So that's why on top of the digital connectivity that I mentioned earlier, we also not only providing submarine, IPVPN, and sort of, we also providing the TCX, and then we provide Sd-Wan. So on top of that, we also consider the application layer. If you considering the 7OC layer, the app layer is sometimes forget it or ignore when we create application or website. And actually, the malicious actor is interested in doing or attacking through this app layer. We have a couple of study cases that proven to be effective. We partnering with the best or market leader in cloud security, CDN and cloud security. So during this pandemic, we observed data search that increased hugely, 84% and more. But it's a nice problem to see the data usage or the traffic delivery increase, not only for us as the business owner or as a service provider, but of course it will also attract malicious actors that seeing those traffic is actually as a target. So simply put, the more or bigger business you have, the more attractive the business to the malicious actors. So what they are trying to do is actually by simply attacking the business through DDoS attack, so it will be unavailable to the end users. So having this understanding, Telin not only providing a web performance, but also make sure that the security is in place. We are providing not only media or performance delivery, but we ensure that each origin server and the edge is actually equipped with required security. So not only providing security, sometimes like live event or before we have very interesting match between Indonesia and Singapore, Thailand, it will also an interest to provide a live streaming capabilities. So this condition or this situation has triggered the traffic growth even higher. But still, Telin, as part of Telkom, is actually able to deliver this traffic successfully. And in the future, Telin is also planning to increase more capacity, aligning with more event and more activities we'll be doing online, not only from a live streaming perspective, but also considering education technology that embrace flexible working arrangement, of course, the gaming industry, and also by having metaverse in place now, the more and more, like everything, will need connectivity that will drive the data search even higher than current conditions. So how is actually by this security played role and how Telins do it? Simply put, if you have your assets, if you have your origin in place, could be your data centers, could be your cloud somewhere. But then if you don't put your protection, then it will be easily attacked by any malicious actor. This is a very simple analogy. Let's say, for example, you have your house. The easiest way you can do is actually to have your security to guard your house in front of your door. But then it's not that simple in internet, because the attack can be done through multiple doors. So you cannot have your own security only to protect one or a couple doors. It's multiple doors. But then at the time, if the attack is so massive, even the best security will be failed to protect because they've been overwhelmed with the attack that they've received. So understanding the situation, take the analogy how CDN is protecting this or resolving this situation. So simply put, by not having the security in front of your door, is actually having a wider fence. So the attack is actually mitigated before the attack is reaching the assets that we are trying to protect, the house that actually having all those infrastructure that we are using for running our business. So this understanding will make any businesses that boarding into Telin's platform not only getting better performance, but the certainty that their asset will not be attacked or not will be unavailable. So their business will keep running, serving their customers. And then this is the last component that actually playing into the picture. Telin not only providing the CDN and also the cloud security, also before we have our cloud exchange, but at the end, of course, the interest for the enterprises, any enterprises, now Telin is actually having a partnership with the very cloud service provider themselves. So actually, we have our partnership with GCP, providing any of GCP services. Also, we can provide AWS services to any customer that probably prefer Amazon, or probably Azure is the choice of the customers. So any cloud service provider that any enterprise or company decided to use, Telin can provide, starting from the architecture. We can be your consultants, because the important things when we try to choose the options that are available sometimes become overwhelming. If we have too many options. So starting from consulting and selecting the best possible option, we can also help. Let's say, for example, currently you use bare metal and everything, physical servers and everything to do workload migration. So these capabilities or this part of the journey will also take a key role, whether the embracing the cloud paradigm will be a successful journey. Of course, once we have successfully migrated all those assets to the cloud, the work is not done yet. The continuation of the operations and process still will be something to be taken care. So that's why Telin also providing managed infrastructures and also application to ensure the business and the operation still run well once they have migrated from the physical assets into cloud-based services. Last but not least, so before we already have infrastructures, we have connectivities, and then we have exchange, and then we have CDN, cloud security. Of course, by having all these services, actually, it will provide a better focus for us to, at the end, actually serving our customer. Here we have our latest platform, which is a communication platform, and we provide this as a service, means that you don't need to invest anything. Probably some of you familiar with UCaaS or CPaaS. So this is the thing. In Telin, we call it New Epics. So basically, what is New Epics? New Epics is a CPaaS, communication platform as a service, that can help businesses, companies, brands to take care of their customer management through automation. Take, for example, recently I have a chat with a customer or an enterprise that serves their customer. Even to serve their customer, actually this complaint came directly from the customer. The customer, when come to the business owner or business provider, so actually they have to do an appointment. But unfortunately, from the business owner, they have a very limited resource to serve the customer, to arrange the appointment, everything. That's because they don't aware about the automation. So that's why having this platform without investment is actually a breakthrough. Of course, it will replace some chores in business process. Let's say, for example, responding a chat, picking a call, or probably taking notes or some questions on inquiry. To give example, actually, from previous videos that Bimo already shared, talking about Brianna. Brianna is actually a live, real life that currently running, serving inquiries, questions that came through Telin. We have Brianna as our chatbot, responding to any inquiries to Telin, asking for maybe basic information. Let's say, for example, where's the Telin's location, up to what kind of services actually Telin can provide. So this interaction is actually done automated, without human supervision. But at the same time, the end users that using this service will feel that they are being taken care. Simply by not responding your customer inquiries, customer will easily run away. So having this in place to ensure that the opportunity coming to your door is taken care. Once they have proper interest, then moving forward, we can handle them. So let me explain more about New Epics. This platform is actually very interesting and actually very helpful. So not only providing a chatbot, but also actually can provide a voice bot. These can be done in a programmable voice or even a messaging and even a video. Means that no human interaction. Of course, we have to understand what is the business process that's going to be covered by this platform. So the response that we provide already anticipate what kind of cases, use cases or scenario that the stakeholder or the users want to get when they interact with this voice bot or chat bot. Probably WhatsApp is actually most common means or channels that have been used. So having a WhatsApp business will not solve your problem, but having a CPaaS that can do WhatsApp business, that's something different. Means that your business, your company is reachable at any time, because of course this voice or chat bot, they don't rest anytime, 24-hour, 24/7. So at any time, your customers actually can reach you over WhatsApp at their convenience time. So ensure no inquiry or opportunity will slip away from our hands. And then once we have this front capture, actually that can be later on in the back room. This feedback or inquiries or information that gather through the channels that have been provided can be integrated to the automation process. For example, creating an appointment or sending data and everything can be connected to any other services. For example, if you want to list registration and then all those interested can be list into Google Sheet, that is a simple thing. But this gives the understanding that more service can be integrated. And also take, for example, if you want this data that gathered through these channels want to be integrated to a more complex system, that also can be done. Because as we try to give emphasis on the name, it's a neutral API-X. It's an application programmable interface that can be communication between applications. So from channels, for example, as a WhatsApp, and then data automation, and then this data can be then later on to be passed through a more complex system or even a simple system like a Google Sheet, something like that. And not only WhatsApp business, the means or the option of channel is actually derived from voice call, SMS, or probably some other region familiar with Line, with other type of instant messaging. And also, if you have your customer base, you don't need to wait for the inquiries. You can do a one direction message broadcast actually. If you have some promotional or critical or important information that you need to broadcast to your customer, that also can be done through this new Epics as a communication platform. So again, it is not a hardware or anything, it's a platform. Totally different from having like cloud or everything that you need to configure and everything. In platform, you need to onboard, you need to bring your business process and all those possibilities so it can be done or can be automated. So totally different from the previous solution that we have explained. And so these capabilities, ladies and gentlemen, here and also online, will ensure any possibility from carriers that want to connect to any other of the countries, bringing capacities and everything, chose any location of data centers from domestic or also outside Indonesia. And also we provide hyperscale data centers. We also explain about Sd-Wan, also TCX, and also we are working with cloud service provider. Last but not least, just now, we're also providing a digital platform. This capability is not the end. Telin is intensively grabbing more capabilities in race to the advancement of technology. So I think that will conclude all the detail of the solutions that Telin have at the moment. So I think if any of you here or also online have any questions or interests, I think we can have some time to do the Q&A.
Yes, of course.
Bimo, what do you think?
Yes, we can open the question here from everyone who attend this room, and also everyone who join via online in YouTube channel. Anyone?
Paul, do you have information? Okay. Okay, so We are receiving inquiries and everything, yeah, Mas Bimo, yeah, through the means that already been shared just now. I think any last information?
Okay. I think to sum up our presentation, so Telin, as the international arm of Telkom Indonesia, as Indonesia as our home country, and Indonesia, I think, has a potential promising market for digital economy onwards. So Telin has supported by domestic and also international infrastructure and capabilities. I think has unparalleled access to provide you and wholesaler or enterprise to accelerate your global digital business expansion. So I think we need to collaborate more, and I think we can collaborate. If you need some product or solution, you can go to our
website
or digital media channel from our website in wtelin.net or all social media. So you can interact with our channel there, and also with Brianna.
Yep.
Our live chat feature that you can bring what is the new epics, our solution in real life.
Okay, so Brianna probably can ask any questions from the audiences or whoever want to. Yeah. Okay, I think that's all from us. Yeah, back to you.
Okay, big applause again, ladies and gentlemen, for the two great comprehensively speaker. It's easy for us to understand the presentation for today, and still live from World Expo 2020 Dubai in Indonesia Pavilion. And regarding Telin's global resources to accelerate your digital expansion. I'm Paul Swadi, sign off. I catch you again on the next show. Goodbye for now.
Banyak yang bertanya, apa yang bisa kami berikan untuk bangsa ini? Kami yang seharian main handphone. Scroll, ketemu tapi nggak ngobrol. Seharian di depan layar, yang katanya mau streaming sebentar. Tapi, sama seperti generasi sebelum kami yang mengajarkan banyak hal, kami juga memiliki mimpi dan berusaha mewujudkannya dengan cara kami. Meski cara kami terlihat berbeda dengan generasi sebelumnya, tujuan kami selalu sama. Kami ingin membangun tempat yang lebih baik, di mana kami bisa merdeka untuk saling terhubung, menciptakan inovasi, dan perubahan baru untuk semua orang. Kami percaya dapat berkontribusi terhadap bangsa ini dan membuatnya menjadi tempat yang lebih baik.